What up? 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 Check, check, check. Mic check. 1, 2, 1, 2. What's going on, y'all? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? We here. We here. I don't know. That's the only DJ horn you probably gonna get out of me, out of that, because what we just saw, man. Whoa, God, what the heck just happened? What just happened, y'all? What just happened? What happened? What just happened? Can somebody explain to me? Can somebody explain to me what just happened? What the heck just happened? What just happened? Who can explain? Somebody put in the word, like, somebody simplify it to me. What the heck just happened? Because the Panthers, after having all the third quarter woes where we just come out of halftime trash, third quarter just being one of the worst third quarter teams in the league, to have a great third quarter with Jeremy Chinn, my vote for Defensive Rookie of the Year, has back-to-back fumble returns for a touchdown. That's unheard of. You'll probably never see that ever again in the history of the NFL. 2 back-to-back. On back-to-back plays, the same player, back-to-back. So third quarter, we completely turned the game around. After being down at halftime, the defense, who had been tripping all year, had a great game shutting out last week. Comes in this week, plays fairly decent. Gets 2 touchdowns. If your defense scores 2 touchdowns, there's nothing else you can do. The offense didn't do anything today. They decided just not to show up. They decided to not show up. Now, I don't know if it was just Teddy having nerves coming back to Minnesota for the first time, or him just being rusty from missing last week's game. I don't know. Teddy started 1 for 7. He started 1 for 7. The guy that's second in the league in completion percentage started 1 for 7. 1 for 7 in attempts. 1 for 7. Let me get in these comments, man. Panther Leopold checking in. What's up, bro? What up, though? Hunter Gumtree said he ready to fire Phil Snow for this 3-man front. We're going to talk about that 3-man front. Panthers Leopold said Slide needs to be better. No cap. We're going to talk about him, too. Bo Classen said, I'm okay with losing this year. I'm not okay with losing over bad play calling. Completely unacceptable. Exactly. I don't think anybody had high hopes for this team being great, but we expected to see improvement, and we didn't want our coaching staff to lose games for us. We wanted the coaching staff to put us in the best position to win, and they take this loss more than anybody today. Mr. Rowan Rice said he pissed off we blow a lead to a team who's lost to the Cowboys. I am very mad. Me too, man. This is bad, real bad. Michael Jackson. David Barber told me to keep that same energy from last week. Listen, I'm going to have the same energy. It's just a different outcome. So I feel a little bit different about the game. But this was crazy. John M. said that one hurt, but the draft position is going to be better. Yeah, that's the grand scheme. He said, been asking for that Joey Slide breakdown. I said Chinn wasn't improving. I said Chinn has been this guy since day one. I said with more playing time, Chinn was going to improve the way he improved. The instinct that he showed today, that's not coaching. That's Chinn just being Chinn, being a football player, making plays. You can't coach that. That's my point. He wasn't progressing because of the coaching. He was going to get better regardless. Miss Sandy asked what happened. You tell me what happened. This was an abomination. So he changed his statement. Teddy need to be better. Teddy started 1 for 7. Like I said, I don't know if he was just pressing because it was his first time being back. I don't know. But we're going against a team that's probably one of the better bad teams in the league. I'll say that. Minnesota is one of the better bad teams in the league, if that makes sense. But they didn't have Adam Theilen, their best wide receiver. Dalvin Cook, you relatively shut him down, and he got hurt. Like, you did everything in your power. More games are lost in the NFL than they're won. I think so. More games are lost than they are won. So let's talk about that. Michael Cooper said, obviously the missed field goal resulted in the loss, but the red zone INT caused us the crucial points. Exactly. So Phil Snow has to go. Nick said, we lost. Yes, we lost in Atlanta Falcon fashion. In Atlanta Falcon fashion, we lost. Some man named Chad Beebe lit us up. This dude looks like a caddy. Chad Beebe looked like a caddy. He like a golf caddy for the PGA Tour. Cooked us. After he tried to give us the game, he took it back from us. He let us borrow the game because he gave us the game after that muff field goal. But nah, he decided to score the game-winning touchdown. Mercedes said she had to lead during the third quarter. Okay, so let's do this. Let's do this. Your defense, like I said, your defense. Before we get into it, you guys make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Give this video a thumbs up, please. Give this video a thumbs up, please. Everybody checking in, talking about we lost to Chad Beebe. Exactly. Chad Beebe. But let's put things in perspective because this is what happens. This is how you lose football games. Let's look at the game tracker. Because like I said, more games are lost in the NFL than won. Look at the Falcons. Simple run plays every so often, mixing it in, just burning clock. There's no reason why you should have the ball with 4 or 5 minutes. 4 or 5 minutes. The other team has one timeout. They had one timeout. We had the ball 4 or 5 minutes left in the game. We run the ball, get that first. We throw it to DJ, get a first down. Let me tell you about this bad coaching. We decided to run a toss play to the left. Why run a toss play? Because there's a chance you may go out of bounds. You run a toss play to Mike Davis. Mike Davis tries to stay in bounds. But he gets tackled out of bounds. You stop the clock. You're giving him a free timeout. They have one timeout, guys. The only time they can stop the clock is that timeout and the 2-minute warning. Literally, if you take 3 knees and don't gain any yards and they don't call a timeout, that's 2 minutes off the clock. So granted, in theory, 2 first downs wins the game. That should be the mindset. 2 first downs wins the game. But at the same time, just run the ball, though, to get there. The running game had been effective all day. We just seemed like we tried to make Teddy get into a rhythm all day. The running game was working early when Teddy was cold. Teddy started 1 for 7, but we had 3 different players with 10-yard runs. 3 different players with 10-yard runs. But we decided to keep trying to force Teddy to pass the ball. Teddy just seemed to be off. He missed DJ Moore for a touchdown, even though we got it back with Robbie on a drag route. But we kept trying to force Teddy to be just to get it. I don't know. You run the ball, Mike Davis goes out of bounds. You come back, you try to pass the ball, incomplete to Ian Thomas. The clock is stopped. You come back again, instead of just running the clock and making them use their timeout, you pass the ball, the running back drops it on 3rd and 13. You're not going to get a first down on 3rd and 13. Just run the ball. Burn some clock, make them burn the timeout. It's 3rd and 13. You try to throw the ball to a running back. Why? Bad play calling, bad decision making, a toss play to a running back who goes out of bounds. You don't run the ball outside. Run the ball inside, so there's no choice but for Mike Davis to stay in bounds. You run a toss play. And then when you punt the ball, when you punt the ball, you get a chance for redemption to cleanse yourself of the sins of mismanaging the game. Chad Beebe fumbles the ball. You get it right there inside of the red zone. You get the ball back right there inside of the red zone. Well, how much time was left? 2 minutes and 10 seconds were left. You get the ball back after a muff punt. Oh, it's a wrap. You putting the game on ice. I'm thinking we putting this game on ice. We're getting redemption for our sins of mismanaging the clock. I was like, they got bailed out. He said it was bailed out. But then what do? We run Mike Davis. And then we pass on third down. Teddy Bridgewater throws it behind DJ. DJ's wide open. But since the pass was so bad and behind him, DJ tries to twist, and now your best wide receiver is hurt. Thank God we have the bye week, but your best wide receiver, DJ Moore, is hurt. And then you got an incomplete pass, stopping the clock. There's a minute 56 left. You kick a field goal to go up a touchdown. Now the Vikings have a minute 56. A minute 56 to go get a touchdown. A minute 50. That's plenty of time. And they scored. They only needed a minute and 10. They didn't even need the whole amount. Your defense that had been playing great all year, all game. You go to a three-man front. Why do you go to a three-man front? Why? They're killing us. You're dropping 8, but they're still finding holes all over your defense. Why to go to a three-man front? It hasn't worked all year. You tried to run it today against a team that wanted to run the ball with Dalvin Cook. Why? You were pressuring Kirk Cousins before most of the day in blitzes. Why do a three-man rush? Why? I don't get it. I understand you want to play coverage because you don't have as much confidence in your secondary. But, dog, if you can't count on your secondary to stop Justin Jefferson, Kyle Rudolph, and Chad Beebe, it's an issue. And we know we have issues. But at the same time, pressure makes a pipe burst. You need pressure. Pressure over everything. I put pressure over everything. But we wanted to go three-man front. We wanted to go with a three-man front. And just think about it, though. You really, like, the offense, what was going on? You lose 27-28, and your defense gets you 12 points or 14 points. Your defense gets you 14 points, you cooking. But we decide when it's 2-minute time, we start going soft. We start playing a three-man front. We start giving a lot of cushion. More games are lost in the NFL than won, and they're losing these games. You're losing this game. You gave it away. Even though they try to give it back to you with the muff punt, you give it back to them. Shout out to the Vikings. Good game to them. Good game to them. Because they did what they could to blow the game with the Chad Beebe fumble. But they got the stops defensively when they needed it. Kirk Cousins drove right down the field in a minute and 10 seconds to get a touchdown. Let's get in these comments, man. Hunter Gumtree said, why would our defense go away from what was working when they were driving the ball down the field? Exactly. David Barber said P.J. Walker in 2020. Michael Cooper said red zone woes. Exactly. Rule said it was bad coaching that lost the game. He didn't have to say that. We knew that. See, I don't understand how we couldn't capitalize off that muff punt that would have won it. We had 10 yards and couldn't do it. Blue said good game. Skull. He said they wasn't expecting the W. Yes, that's Buffalo's son. Yeah, the dude from Buffalo's son. That's what they said. I think that's what they said during the game. He said that Big 12 defense. Exactly. Haywood Jabloven said, when you play not to lose, that's exactly what happens. Exactly. So it's the second most frustrating loss of the season. Yeah, I don't know. This might be up there for me. Maybe the one where we ran the ball to Alex Arma instead of Christian McCaffrey. That was pretty frustrating. Y'all make sure you subscribe to the channel, man. I do Panthers content, reactions, NFL content on Wednesdays, also with live stream, film breakdowns and analysis. So make sure you guys go check out. I dropped a video on P.J. Walker, and we may need to talk about should they have gone to P.J. Walker because Teddy was struggling. I know it was his emotional return to Minnesota, but this is crazy. So make sure you guys subscribe, man, and please give this video a thumbs up while we're going. Jay Petty said we was up 21-10. How do we blow to that game? Exactly. You said, just said, we swapped teams with the Falcons today. The Falcons put in work against the Raiders, and here we are blowing a 21-10 lead. Look, I wonder what are the percentages? What are the percentages of what are? Good Lord, Tyreek Hill just scored a touchdown on the Bucs. What are the percentages of losing a game when your defense scores 2 touchdowns? What are the odds? Has anybody ever lost a game where their defense has scored 2 touchdowns? He said, I think the Panthers could have went to the play. I mean, they would have been like 2 games back from the wild card. They say he blamed coach and offensive coordinator for the loss. All year they do not play by the numbers. Exactly. Like, how can you claim to be this analytic and future thinking team, but you overthink stuff? Like, quit letting these analytics take over. Like, football, yeah, you can have these math and odds and percentages and analytics and stuff like that. But football, you don't have to overthink it, man. I know what you meant, Nick. I know what you meant. So, but the clock kept running like Fox Sports. What the heck? Like, dude, I don't know. So why I feel like when our defense is hot, our offense is cold, and vice versa. The only complete game I would say was last week. But our offense still wasn't great because we had PJ, but so leave it to the cardiac cast. So honestly, our defense played pretty good today. Our offense just didn't come through. Yeah, our defense, I can't complain. You know, red zone turnover by the offense. Throwing a pick, forcing it to Mike Davis. Why? Take the points. That's 3 points that might have changed the game. But granted, we have Joey Sly, so that's not automatic. Unfortunately, field goals aren't automatic. He got all this leg, but what you gonna do with it? You got all this leg to kick these long field goals, but you can't make mid-50s. It wasn't even close. That last field goal wasn't even close. But Teddy didn't give him a chance early in the game when he threw that red zone pick. Because let's be real, 27 points, you got spotted for. Your defense outscored you today, offense. Your defense outscored you. The defense in 2 plays outscored the offense. He said we should have went for it on 4th down after Muff kick recover. Hey, we were at the 3-yard line. I don't know. But DJ Moore, DJ was open. Bad pass by Teddy behind him. DJ twists his knee or his ankle. I don't know what it is. But DJ's hurt. Now you don't have him on your last 2-minute drive. Even though you got down the field with a prayer from Curtis Samuel. Curtis Samuel came through. He came through. But just the offense, the passing game as a whole couldn't get going. The running game was going, but the coaches refused to run the ball. When Jonathan Vilma, who had a pretty good career, but he's not a great analyst, Jonathan Vilma sees how obvious it is that you should be running the ball. When Jonathan Vilma calls you out about running the ball, it's a problem. It's a problem. He said, look at all the options you had going for it. That stuff says start PJ. Tyreek Hill got 4 for 133 and a touchdown in the first quarter. No reason we should have lost this game. PJ need to get some starts. I mean, with Teddy Bridgewater being hurt, granted we do have a bye week, maybe they start looking at PJ. Christian McCaffrey will be back after the bye week. Maybe they start giving PJ some work in the bye week. We'll see. They said Joey Sly only got a leg in pregame warm-up. That's all they talk about. But in the game, he sucks. That's exactly, this is the truest comment ever. They always talk about what he be hitting during pregame warm-ups. Oh, he hit from 67 in pregame warm-ups. Come to the game, misses a 53-yarder, misses a 54-yarder. That stuff say he think Teddy hurt. Yeah, that shoulder looked bad when he spiked the ball. I'm surprised he was able to take that snap. So early in the game, we were 4th and 3 on their 20. Yet we go for a field goal, it gets blocked. Why go for it when you're 2 scores up? Doesn't make sense. Why not go for it? Bro. Sometimes they try to be this cutting edge, forward thinking, analytic team, and then sometimes they won't keep the same energy when they come back for it. Like you can't have it both. You can't say you analytics this time, and then you just want to be the safe football play this time. You got to be consistent, man. And that's the BS. David Barber said, tank for Trey. I mean, I don't mind losing. I wasn't expecting us to be great, but like somebody said earlier, losing because of coaching and blowing leads, to me, that's unacceptable. Especially to bad football teams like the Vikings. The Vikings aren't a good team. Then they said no one covered 38 on that field goal, which caused Joey to over-adjust. Watch the clip again. Maybe. But in theory, the kicker, I'm going to tell you a kicker's technique. They look at the distance. They look at the ball. They're told to always keep their head down. Just like when you're playing golf, you always stare at the ball. You keep your head down, stare at the ball. So same thing with a kicker. You stare at the football so you know exactly where your toe wants to hit the ball. There's no reason Joey Sly should have been looking at anybody else rushing him. Joey Sly is supposed to be looking at the ball. He's supposed to be looking at the ball. Just like I said, just like in golf, Joey Sly's head should never come up until the ball is gone. Until he follows through and tries to see if he's going to make it, his head should never come up. So there's no reason that anybody rushing should have bothered him. See, if we went forward after the muff recovered, if not a touchdown, could have been a safety or pick six. With those minutes, they had to work for the other side of the field. I mean, that's not a bad idea, actually, though. Because think about it. I guess kicking the field goal, you make sure that Minnesota has to go for a touchdown. Versus if you go for it and miss, they get the ball on the 3, only have to get in field goal range. But you're right. I mean, regardless, you're gonna lose the game. Yeah, you're right. That's actually not bad thinking now that I think about it. Because you make them go 97 yards to win the game or tie the game. But if you kick a field goal, you're just making sure. Only thing you're doing is making sure. But if you're not burning any time off the clock, they had 1:56 to get a touchdown, and it only took them 1:10. Only took them 1:10. So they would have rushed 3, played prevent, and lost anyway. And that's exactly what happened. So this game, in one word, inconsistent. Exactly. Dude, I think the Chiefs are about to blow out the Tampa Bay Bucks. Tyreek Hill going for 200 yards today. So we are young, man. Relax. We weren't supposed to be sugar and tea and ice this year. Our O-line needs to be fixed when it comes to pass pro. And the thing about it is, the offensive line wasn't that bad today. Russell Okung came back. The offensive line wasn't that bad today. They were actually fairly solid. Teddy was under pressure sometimes. Yeah, he ran a little bit. But we were getting a great push running the ball. Offensive line wasn't that bad today. It was just the passing game was out of sync. And we refused to keep running the ball once we realized that the passing game wasn't working. We had that one drive where Teddy threw that interception where we had 8 runs and 4 passes. Something like that. But besides that, we would not go back to the running game for anything, man. We wouldn't. I said, tank for Justin. Look, with these weapons we got, Justin Fields probably could do numbers. David Barber said NFL doing the Broncos dirty. Let me tell you something about this game real quick before we get back to the Panthers. Let me tell you about something. The NFL don't care. They want this money. The NFL wants that money. And as long as it's not an outbreak, they weren't going to cancel that game. Because the fact that The Broncos going into this game with no quarterback, you might think, oh, this is going to be a boring. No, this is must-see TV. We get to see a Wildcat running back being playing quarterback the whole time. We get to see a guy who hasn't played quarterback in 5 years play quarterback. It's must-see TV. I'm curious. So the ratings are probably going to be there. Granted, the Chiefs and the Bucs are playing right now. But I was curious. I watched the first few minutes of the game just because I was serious. I'm curious. And look, it's a close game. It's only 7-0 Saints. Because they have Taysom Hill, a Wildcat quarterback. Say Russell Okung's glass. Yeah, dude. He's more fragile than peanut brittle, man. He get hurt all the time. That was a terrible trade. Terrible trade. It's an NFL ticket. Yep, NFL Sunday ticket coming through. But man, let's talk about Jeremy Chinn. Jeremy Chinn. Jeremy Chinn has my vote for Defensive Rookie of the Year. Now, there were some people talking about, oh, Patrick Queen or Antoine Winfield is better than Jeremy Chinn. Or Chase Young has been having a great... No. Jeremy Chinn is a playmaker. He's been doing so much so quick. He's been guarding tight ends. He plays in the box. He rushes the quarterback. Obviously, he got in the end zone twice today. Added 2 more turnovers to his book. I know he had the 1 interception earlier this year. Added 2 more turnovers to the stat sheet for himself. What a great pick to trade up and get Jeremy Chinn. And I'll be honest and say, I was on the Isaiah Simmons train. I thought Isaiah Simmons would be the type of person to be able to do what Jeremy Chinn could do. But Jeremy Chinn is a better Isaiah Simmons than Isaiah Simmons. Speaking of based off what we thought Isaiah Simmons was going to be. Jeremy Chinn has been everything and more. And more. That was a great pick. You know. You can get mad. You can get mad at Marty Hurney for the trade for Russell Okung. But then you see him pick up a guy like Jeremy Chinn. But at the same time, he'll draft Will Greer with a 3rd-round pick. Tyreek Hill going off, bro. Tyreek Hill going off. He going off. Tyreek Hill. Good Lord. The Chiefs are about to destroy the Bucs. Destroy. Tyreek Hill got 200 yards in the first quarter. Tyreek Hill has 200 yards in the first quarter. Tyreek Hill has 200 yards in the first quarter. Tyreek Hill has 200 yards in the first quarter. Tyreek Hill has 200 yards in the first quarter. And the Bucs are down 17-0 that fast. Hey, listen, this is it. Marty's inconsistent as the team he created. That is the blurb of the year. Exactly. You said you wanted Simmons over Brown too itself. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, a lot of people are getting mad. And I told you so. Like, dude, yeah, Simmons looked like on paper, Simmons looked like he was going to be a good pick. Like I said, but Jeremy Chinn is a better Simmons than Simmons. Hunter said Jeremy can change the game and can do it all. He got my vote. Exactly. We blessed to have this dude on our team, man. He's a building block type of guy. Trill One checking in. What up, though, bro? He said, this is what we do now. We playing like the Falcons. Bro, finding ways to lose. Blowing fourth quarter leads. This is it. The blueprint was there. The Falcons gave it to us. But now the Falcons blowing teams out and we blowing leads. Falcons winning 43-6. We blow a 21-10 lead. Tyreek has 62 fantasy points. Good Lord. Really? I must be playing Tyreek Hill because I'm getting dominated right now. No, I'm not. I played a guy that had Derrick Henry and Landry. Bruh. Tyreek Hill. Somebody get that man a Sprite. Get that man a Sprite. Get that man a Sprite. B. Amos said he don't trust Clemson players. Said cardiac casts are back. Bruh. So let's get back into that. Let's get back into the breakdown because why did we not keep running the ball? Trill One said that the Falcons gave that to us when they gave us COVID. It was a package deal. Bruh. Why? I'm gonna look at these play counts. Let's look at the play count for the Panthers game. Let's look at the play count. The Panthers. 64 total plays, 36 pass, 28 rush. 3.8 yards per rush. 0 for 3 in the red zone. 0 for 3 in the red zone. Teddy throws a pick in the red zone. Teddy throws a pick in the red zone. Joey Sly, field goal block in the red zone. Then we set up for 3 again at the end of the game. Nick the Gamer said he can't even with this team. Bro, it's frustrating. Because, you can blame Joey Sly for playing bad. Teddy played pretty bad. But the coaching out horrible to everybody. That was the worst part about this game. Coaching. You get 3 turnovers in a game. 2 of them resulting in touchdowns. How do you lose a game like that? That's like, how do you lose a game where you get 3 turnovers and 2 of them turn into touchdowns? How? So Mike Davis runs side to side. Mike Davis actually ran pretty solid at some points. But we didn't give the running game enough of a chance to burn more clock. See, Mike Davis tap dance too much. You see, Mike Davis and Sammy Davis. I mean, I like Mike. So I'm a little biased because he's a South Carolina Gamecock. But he only had 15 rushes for 55 yards. I don't know why we ain't try to stay with the running game more. Like sometimes if you just run the ball, it burns off the clock. Like I said, you finding ways to lose games. You're finding a way to lose the game. Finding a way to lose the game. Let's talk about this defense, though. Because the first drive, we saw the Vikings march right down the field. Score 7. Tackling was bad. We missed a tackle on Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins was running. But we cleaned it up for the most part. Got some stops. Held in the 6 for 14 on third down. 42%, 43%. That's not bad. That's better. We win games without getting punts. So holding them to 6 for 14, not bad. We can take that. Especially if you're going to score 14 points yourself off 2 turnovers. Like, you can't ask too much more from the defense. So it's hard for me to critique them. They got pressure on Kirk. They got him down. They got sack fumbles. Better than they have been. They did a pretty good job continuing the momentum that they built off the shutout last week against the Lions. So I can't ask for too much more from the defense. Kerr been playing pretty solid, man, over the past few weeks. Since KK's been out, he's got a chance. Kerr, he's been in there. You notice that Whitehead, he's a difference maker. The difference maker is Whitehead. They finally benched Whitehead. They finally benched him. They put in Jermaine Carter Jr. Finally. He's getting burned, making some plays, flying around, taking advantage of the opportunity when he's in there. A lot of the times, they go Chinn and Shaq Thompson in there at linebacker. And that's it. They'll play in that nickel. They tried a couple times to put Brian Burns at linebacker, dropping him off, and going with that stupid three-man front instead of leaving Brian Burns down on the line. That's my only piss. That's what pissed me off. Why keep going with this three-man front? Why keep going with this three-man front? It's not working. I think everybody sees that it's not working. See, this coaching staff wants to talk analytics. Most teams, when they get two defensive, their pressures analytics didn't save us. Exactly. Yeah. What's the analytics on your defense getting two defensive touchdowns? What's the numbers on that? How often do you lose a game when your defense scores two touchdowns? How often? So our defense played so good all game except in the fourth when we needed them. Exactly. That fourth quarter, it hurt, man. It hurt. You saw the numbers that the Vikings were the best fourth quarter team in the league. In the red zone, the best red zone team in the league. And they showed it, man. At the end, that is. So here we go again about the shutout. Said Big 12 defense. Said clearly we ain't working, so why keep doing? Dude, why? I don't understand why they keep trying to bring this through. He wants the Big 12 defense to work so bad, like David Barber said. That Big 12 defense, this is not college. That 3-3-5, you can throw it away. You can throw it away. I get it. You want to have versatile guys that you can just run different stuff with. Throw it away. Throw it away, man. Throw it away. Throw it away. Because like I said, you claim to be these analytical approach and mathematically approach and going by the numbers and doing this and that. But like I said, what are the analytics on how often the team loses a game when their defense gets two touchdowns? It doesn't happen too often. I don't have to look that up. I don't have to be a math major. I don't have to have a math degree. I don't have to be able to count to 10 to know that more often than not, if your defense gets two touchdowns, the likelihood of you winning the game is very high. Buccaneers really out here getting exposed. This is hard to watch. It's real quiet in Tampa. Real quiet in Tampa. But what it's crazy. But I did appreciate us bringing blitzes and getting pressure on Kirk. It's just for some reason we couldn't get Kirk Cousins on the ground. We couldn't get him on the ground. We were getting close a lot of times. We couldn't get him on the ground. We were bringing those blitzes late. We couldn't get him on the ground. So well, it's not college, the NFL. We're not playing against boys. We're playing men. Tell them, man. So Matt Rule needs to talk to Phil Snow about 3-3-5 is getting ridiculous. Matt Rule called Snow the best coach that he knows. That's why he hired him. He said he's the best coach he knows. Matt Rule clearly doesn't know too many guys. Clearly. He said, I wonder what Tepper is thinking. Ron Rivera and Cam would have had a better season than this. Like I told y'all before, these rich guys, they don't care if they win or lose. If they don't build it themselves or they don't do it their way, it doesn't matter. See, Ron Rivera and Cam, those were Jerry Richardson guys. David Tepper didn't put in the work to find these people. So it was never going to feel the same for David Tepper to have success if he didn't do it his way. That's how these rich dudes are, man. That's how these rich dudes are. If they don't do it their way, it don't matter. So that's what David Tepper's problem is, dog. They all want to be self-made and do this and that or whatever. That's their problem. He said he won't because that's his mentor. Exactly. He said, wow, Noah's just not smart. Bro, like I said before, and I don't want to beat it too much. Like I said, I don't want to beat up on the defense too much because they actually played pretty solid today. But what did you see? Like what could be on any Big 12 defensive coordinator's resume that would make you want to hire them? There's nothing that any Big 12 defensive coordinator can do to show me that they deserve to be a head coach in the NFL. Nothing. The Big 12 doesn't play defense. They don't. And that's notorious. Everybody that watches college football knows the Big 12 doesn't play defense. Like what would have made you think that a coach, like, oh dang, he did a good job in the Big 12? No, he didn't. What made you want to hire him? Crazy, man. I told y'all about that nepotism. Said Snow stuck in his ways of college play calling. Said offense has no energy again. Exactly. You need Christian McCaffrey. You got to open up the playbook and be a little bit more creative. Where was the creativity today? Where was the creativity? Curtis Samuel had some touches, but we didn't give him any kind of end arounds like that but one time. No kind of reverses. We tried some trick plays last week with PJ. Where was the energy? The Vikings defense is not as good as it used to be. It's not. So there's no reason why we shouldn't have been able to get whatever we wanted today. Because it was there. Obviously, we went 0 for 3 in the red zone. So we had opportunities. The opportunities were there. So what's gonna happen? Like you want to, like you claim you a passing team. You claim you got this confidence in Teddy. But you got to be able to adjust. Run the ball, man. Run the ball. Run the ball. Like, all it takes is a little bit more time off the clock with running the ball, and you fine. See, we lost. Equal better pick. Yeah, it does. It does. But at the same time, you don't want to see us lose like this. Can't go out sad like today. It hurt the players' confidence, man. When you blow leads. He said Teddy is super buns. Said he cheats. Buns. Whatever you want to call it. Said Teddy choke. Man. He said teams that play for draft picks are bad teams. Stop it. He said $68 million for that. That's comedy. Listen. $21 million a year for Teddy. We got the weapons. Are people going to be calling for PJ Walker? They love Teddy. I know Coach loves Teddy. But PJ Walker played for him in college. That nepotism is real with Matt Rule. If you play for him or you got some kind of rapport with him, you get that benefit of the doubt. Good, bad, or indifferent. He's saying trade Teddy. That's what happened. After you see what you got in your backup quarterback, people gonna start comparing. People gonna start comparing. Once you see what the backup quarterback got, PJ Walker threw some red zone interceptions. But at the same time, Teddy Bridgewater didn't play great in the red zone either. So are we putting that on? So it's the common denominator coaching. If you go 0 for 3 with Teddy Bridgewater, your starting quarterback in the red zone, and then you see PJ Walker the week before had 2 red zone interceptions, what is the common denominator? I mean, bad quarterback play, yes, but play calling, coaching could be an issue. It could be an issue. If this stuff keeps happening, if it keeps happening, it could be an issue. So he had a wide open DJ Moore. We all seen it. Yeah, he overthrew DJ Moore by 2 yards. DJ was wide open. Like, it wasn't even like, and then even the deep ball to Robbie could have been a touchdown. But he threw it outside shoulder, a safe pass. And it was a big game, but it could have been more. He leaves it in. If he puts it in play, Robbie is probably still running. Think about that. Even the deep ball that he completed, like I said, still. Said, I can't even with this defense or Teddy. On the country, said, might as well see what PJ can do. I think we out to hunt now. See, DJ wasn't hurt. He was pissed. DJ was helped off the field, though. Like I said, he threw it so far behind him. DJ landed awkward because all his momentum was going one direction and he landed wrong. Said, Justin Jefferson is the truth. What's your opinion? Justin Jefferson is a dog. He is a dog. I like his game, man. I like his game. He's on my fantasy team, too, so I've been watching him that way. But he's next up, bro. He's next up. I mean, the combination of him and Theilen is amazing. Because Thielen's one of my favorite receivers. He may be my favorite. Theilen may be my favorite receiver. But putting him and Justin Jefferson on the other side, both of them can play inside or outside. Jefferson is a dog, man. He's a dog. Said trade Teddy for a good draft pick or a good linebacker like Khalil Mack. I mean, I don't think the Bears are going to get rid of Khalil Mack for Teddy. They had a chance to probably get Teddy or Cam this offseason, but they missed out on him. It's going to take a lot more to get Khalil Mack because I think they traded 3 first-round draft picks for Khalil Mack. The Bears did to get him. So it's going to take a lot more to get him. But we do need a dominant guy like Khalil Mack off that edge. Brian Burns can get there, but he needs some help because he gets double-teamed because nobody else is really stepping up and getting pressure like that. F.A. Obata has been playing, but he's not a consistent guy that you're going to build your D-line around like you do with Brian Burns. So I say trade Teddy to the Cowboys, and people laugh. The Panthers could have gotten a 3rd or a 4th. Probably could have gotten more, but Teddy was playing pretty decent at that point, so it really made no sense. Like, you didn't have any grounds to trade him at that point. Granted, a lot of us didn't like the signing, and we thought Teddy was in the future for us anyway. So, yeah, you might have called for it. But if the franchise believed in Teddy, and based off what he had played at that point, there was no reason to get rid of him. But I think a lot of us understand that he's not the long-term answer. So we got bench kickers that can score a 54-yard field goal while a starter can't. Unbelievable. Why is he so unclutch? Why? Like, it wasn't even close. It wasn't even close. Like, he had so many opportunities. The Saints game was an opportunity. This game was an opportunity. Miss after miss after miss when it counts. Like, come on, Teddy. I mean, Joey. Sorry, getting caught up criticizing these guys. I'm a firm believer of not putting the ball into the kicker's hands anyway. So if you let it come down to your kicker, that's your fault. It's your fault. And that's exactly what the Panthers, it's their fault. They let it come down to having to need their kicker. Even though they got into position, they should have never let it come down to that. You had a 21-10 third quarter lead. Said Joe Brady the GOAT. This man is past happy. Said he tried to squeeze through coverage with no arm. Teddy ain't it. He ain't got the pop on the ball like PJ does to force them passes like that. B Diva checking in. What up, though, girl? What up? Said, I wouldn't trade Teddy unless we know we can get the quarterback we want in the draft. That's true. Said, Whitehead is so bad. Look, they finally benched him the past 2 weeks. Jermaine Carter has been in there. And miraculously, our defense has improved. Call it coincidence? I don't know. Said, Brian Burns is in coverage a lot. WTF, exactly. I don't understand it, bro. Said Graham Gano would have made that 54-yarder. Oh, my mouth's tripping. Said Graham Gano would have made that 54-yarder. Probably. So Teddy don't throw the wide receivers unless they show their numbers or wide open if they're not his checking down every time. Exactly. The reason to trade for him was to tank. I mean, listen, you 4-7 now? Sitting probably at top 10. Said Teddy is for the culture, not for the future. Exactly. Teddy not gonna rock the boat. He's the guy. You see how popular they say Teddy Bridgewater is? He's not gonna rock the boat. The coaches just love him. Even Mike Zimmer loved him. He's not gonna rock the boat. He's not gonna challenge anybody. He's not gonna make any statements. He's not gonna bark back at coaches for making bad play calls or mismanaging the clock. Granted, it wasn't pretty, but Cam Newton had no problem talking, being vocal. And sometimes coaches don't like that when they transition it. They don't want anybody that's gonna challenge their power or say something. They want guys that's gonna buy in. And that's really all he's trying to do is get people to buy in. You're right. Teddy was for the culture, not for the future. That is a great take. A great take. So the reason to trade him was the thing. Yeah, I get. Yeah, I mean it's not too late to put PJ, especially if Teddy hurt. We'll see how serious that injury is for Teddy, but we may be looking at PJ Walker. They said the Giants are going to the playoffs. Welcome to 2020, man. The Giants go to the playoffs, the Panthers blowing games like the Falcons. This is 2020. This is where we are at this point, guys. Said Teddy a yes man. He still got 5 on it, though. See, he still got 5 on it. But we blow this lead, man. We blow the lead. How? Making the impossible possible. Making the impossible possible. Like, it's just hard for me to fathom, bro. Like, and it was so obvious what they should have been doing as far as running the ball and stuff. It's crazy. I'm just frustrated, man. Frustrated. You guys make sure you subscribe if you have not subscribed, man. I am Aaron Duncan with the necessary bluntness sports talk. Like I said, I do NFL recap analysis, live streams, film breakdowns, all that. I focus on the Panthers, show a little bit of extra love. That's why I'm getting so emotional and pissed off. But I also talk about the whole NFL, so make sure you guys subscribe if you have not. Make sure you get a video a thumbs up if you have not also. Because we all in this together. He said I didn't do the Discord this week. Like I said, I've heard of Discord, but I'm not exactly 100% sure on the ins and outs. So it is something I could look into. Because I guess the Discord is like a group chat, like a Zoom call almost. Is that what Discord is? So this game really disappointed me. Like seeing PJ pop and then coming back to the check down, bro. Like I said, they're complete opposite ends of the spectrum when it comes to quarterbacks. PJ, he can run a little bit. He's more athletic, strong arm, maybe not so much accurate or willing to take the check down. But then you got Teddy. Teddy's conservative. He'll throw the deep ball, but he doesn't nearly have the arm strength or the pop that PJ has. Not a huge risk taker. Not going to buy a ton of time to make things happen. They're complete opposites. And it's hard, man. It's hard. We got a bye week, so we got to come back and lick our wounds, man. Got to lick the wounds. Get ready. Get healthy. We got to get DJ healthy. We got to see what's going on with Teddy to see if PJ will be in there. Wow. Heck of a play by Ronald Jones. Ms. Annie said she glad college basketball started. Yeah, it started, the past weekend, I think. Ho says it's just an app and we can call into your lives. I'm going to look into it. Maybe Wednesday we can do that. Sometime this week. It's the bye week. So maybe we can get into that. For sure. I'm going to check it out. If y'all be interested in doing that, we can do that. Because I've been trying to find a way to get people, let y'all call in. All I was going to do is put my phone on speaker and put it up against my microphone. Let y'all call my phone. So Joe Brady's schemes fit PJ better or Justin Fields. That's exactly right. What up, man? What up, Doe? Disappointed, man. Disappointed. That's what's going on. That's what's happening. A lot of disappointment. A lot of disappointment to go around for everybody. Of course, I'm dropping a video about the new Panthers team news. Said Raiders beat the Chiefs but lose to the Falcons. The NFL is crazy, bro. It's really a week to week league, dog. Week to week league. Things can change every week. Every week. Especially with COVID going on, things can change every week. It's another disappointing loss. Exactly. This one hurt the most, though. This one hurt the most to me, in my opinion. Teddy Bridgewater, 19 for 36, 267. That's not good for the percentages. 19 divided by 36. That's 52% completion. 52% completion. So the Panthers have to trade the house and the kitchen sink to trade up for Fields. True. But we'll see how high we can get. We in the top 10 probably right now. So 2020 been disappointing in general. Exactly. All around. Just on life. I know what you meant, bro. I got you. No worries. Oops. No worries. I knew what you meant. Let me go cry myself to sleep, man. I'm finna get up off here, man. We'll see. I'm dropping a news video probably tomorrow or Tuesday. We'll see. We can talk about the news and updates from the game and the injury updates. I'll have some more information about that. We got the bye week coming up, so we can talk about PJ. I'm going to drop some videos. I'm probably going to talk about Chinn. We can look forward to the draft. It seems like some of y'all ready to talk about the draft, so we can do that. So they're not getting a QB in the third or fourth round. Need two guards. Last time we drafted a QB in the third round, we got Will Greer. So Panthers at the 6th spot right now. It's not bad. So I just knew they had until number 5 missed a wide open receiver. Which time? Because he missed DJ 2 different times. DJ could have had a major year. He's been missed a few times. So have a good one. Stay safe. Y'all too, man. He said good vid. But yeah, got a news video coming on Monday or Tuesday. Like I said, we got stuff coming up with the bye week. We got a lot of time, man. So all kind of videos. I'm probably gonna get that Discord going soon. Maybe I'll collab with somebody on YouTube. We'll see. I gotta reach out. I guess I'll hit them up on Twitter. Maybe we'll collab with another Panthers YouTuber or something like that. We'll see. So you can't drag QBs late in the draft like that and make a living. Yeah, it's only Russell Wilson, Dak Prescott, Tom Brady. They don't come around too often. You can get lucky, but they don't come around too often. But it's whatever. Let me get up off here, man. Y'all stay safe. Protect your neck. Wear your mask. Wash your hands. Hope y'all had a great Thanksgiving, man. I ate a lot. I'm still eating leftovers. I'm probably about to go get some now. B. Diva said, reach out to Shellatron. I'll hit him up on Twitter. See if you want to collab, or maybe I'll see if I'll do a live stream or just a regular video. I keep it in mind, though. I appreciate y'all. Y'all stay safe. Love y'all. Peace. Abdul in this thing. Said, what? So close. Yeah, it's whatever, man. You late. You late, bro. Said, Shell's a big cat. I'll reach out, man. We'll see. Got a lot of time between the next now and the next game. We'll get a live stream or something going on. But I'm going to holler at y'all. Y'all stay up.